Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I wasn't quite sure what I was going to film for you today. For most of y'all, and for me, school has started. School has officially started today as I'm filming this. I don't know what day I'm gonna get this up, but as of today, I started school. And so I was looking around for a tag to do, because as y'all know, when I don't have a video idea, I do a tag. And there were a few back to school tags, but there weren't any end of summer tags. So I decided to create the end of summer tag. And this tag is just to kind of reminisce over the books you read during the summer, with a little glimpse at the books that you are hopefully going to read during the school year. So with that said, let's get started. Question 1 is summer camp. What book had your new favorite character? And the answer for me is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is the book that this character is from. And I bet y'all can guess what character it is. You're probably correct, Scorpius Malfoy. He is so freaking adorable. Like, I just can't even, he's smart. He actually thinks, unlike Albus. He's just adorable. And I love him. Question 2 is summer vacation. What was your favorite book? Another book for me would be Crest by Marissa Meyer. This book blew me out of the park. First Cinder did, and then Scarlet was good, but it wasn't my favorite. But then Crest came along, and I'm like, holy cow, this is great, and I cannot wait to read Winter. I'm so pumped. As y'all probably know, Crest is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles, and the first book, Cinder, is a retelling of Cinderella, where Cinderella is a cyborg. And then as the series continues on, she adds in another fairy tale character with a retelling. So in Scarlet, the second book, she adds in Little Red Riding Hood. And then in Crest, the third book, she adds in Rapunzel, and that one was my favorite. Crest isn't my favorite character. Cinder is still my favorite character out of the girls, but Crest was my favorite book. By far. Question 3 is Summer Rain. What was your least favorite book? I didn't really read any like really bad books this summer. Of course, I didn't really read many books at all this summer. But the one that I read that I liked the least was The Hunters of Thornbeck Forest by Melanie Dickerson. This book is about a girl who actually poaches in the kingdom's forest. And she gives the meat to the local families who are pretty poor and need help caring for themselves. She herself is pretty high up in the social standings, and so her uncle doesn't really approve of what she's doing. And she meets a man who she just has this, strange attraction to. Turns out that he is the king's forester and is in charge of catching poachers, and is set on catching the poacher that he doesn't know is her. And so that leads to all sorts of hullabaloo and mishaps and all that jazz. People get shot. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, like I said, it was a good book, just wasn't my favorite book, so it's the least favorite book of the summer. It wasn't a bad book, just kind of meh. Question 4 is Last Day of Summer, a book that you wish you had read over the summer. This one for me is one that you probably saw on my summer TBR a lot, and that is Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. I've been meaning to finish the series. I read the first 2 books. I want to reread the first 2 books and continue on from there, and I was going to this summer. Never did. In my defense, I never read a whole lot of anything this summer, which is very depressing. I was in a major slump this summer. It was sad. And I was just crazy busy. I really wish I had gotten to at least the first book. Come on. This is the face of regret, guys. Question 5 is assigned reading, your favorite classic. Now, the idea is that this be your favorite classic that you read over the summer. If you read any over the summer, but if you didn't read any over the summer, then just like your favorite classic in general, you can choose. Me, that would be Pride and Prejudice. I actually reread it very recently, and even before I reread it, it was my favorite classic, and it's still my favorite classic. It's about sisters, their mom's trying to get them hitched. There is a really sweet guy, and there is a really moody, broody guy. I love it so much. Jane Austen is the best. Question 6 is back to school shopping. The favorite book you got or received this summer. Now, my birthday's in the summer, and I got a lot of cute books for my birthday, but the one I'm going to choose is one I actually bought when I was on vacation up in Taos, New Mexico, which is a really great place to go for vacation, guys. Just saying. And that is Dracula by Bram Stoker. Annotations by Mort Castle. And the reason I'm picking this Dracula, first of all, it is a very gorgeous book. Second of all, I just started reading it, and I'm not even completely done with the first chapter, and I'm already in love with it, mostly because of all the annotations and the introduction that it had. It's just great. If you're going to read Dracula or any classic that has this edition, get this edition because the annotations are freaking amazing. You'll love them. Plus, the covers are really cool looking. So you'll love that too. You'll just love everything about the book. Question 7 is first day of school, the first book you plan to read this school year. This could be the first book you have to read for school, or this could be the first book that you plan to read, as in the next book on your TBR. However you want to view the question go for it. For me, I'm going to pick the book that I'm currently reading since it is already the school year. And that is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson, the last book in the Remnant Chronicles trilogy. I started it last night. I'm only like on chapter 11, but I'm already just so happy to be back in the world. I love this series so much. I'm so pumped, and I'm going to go to the Texas Teen Book Festival and going to meet Mary E. Pearson and going to get my book signed, and I'm pumped for that too. I'm just pumped about this series, guys. I love it so much. The first book in the Remnant Chronicles is called A Kiss of Deception, and that book is about a princess who is betrothed to somebody that she doesn't even know what he looks like. And so instead of marrying him, she decides, nah, I'm gonna run away. So she runs away. And two people end up finding her eventually. Takes them a while. And one of them is the prince that was supposed to marry her, and the other one is an assassin that's supposed to kill her. And you as the reader don't know who's who. Seriously, great book. The whole series is great. I'm so excited. Although this last book is like almost 700 pages long, a little nervous about that. Question 8 is favorite subject. What new release are you anticipating the most? Now I would say Take the Key to Lock Her Up by Ali Carter, but that doesn't come out until like the end of December, and so it's more of like a Christmas release than a back to school release, and so I'm going to pick one that comes out pretty soon. I think it comes out in September. It's like the 13th or something maybe? I'm not sure. Or maybe it's the 30th. I don't remember. But that book is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. I think that's how you say her name. Isn't it Sabaa Tahir? Or is it Sabaa Tahir? I think it's Sabaa, right? Because Sabaa makes it sound like a sheep. I think it's Sabaa. This is the sequel to An Ember in the Ashes, and I read that book a little while back. Really enjoyed it. So I'm really excited for the second book. Again, I'm going to the Texas Teen Book Festival, and she will be there. So I'll be getting a book signed, guys. That's it for the end of summer book tag. Although technically it's still the summer season. We all know summer is when you don't have to do school. If you want to tag is down below. If I don't tag you down there and you still want to do it, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to stop you. Also, comment below and let me know how your summer reading went. You can answer some of the questions from this tag down in the comments if you want to. Let's just have a nice chat down below. Let's just do that. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all again in another one soon.